Shameless Season 1 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am every week watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And make sure you watch this video to the end, as I'm going to include my Shameless series finale rant video in the end screen. I didn't do any reviews for this series yet until now, but I did do a rant on the series finale because I was not satisfied with it. So if you've already watched all the episodes of Shameless, consider checking that out. It's one of my top 10 videos on this channel at the moment. I think it's quite fun for that time period in my channel. But this will be Shameless Season 1, Episode 4. The title of this episode is called Casden. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Although it was a couple days ago, I'm just now getting a chance to do my review on video. Fiona wants Debbie to eat breakfast and then get into the shower. Lip has determined that the water heater for the Gallagher's house is broke, so no more hot water. Frank's, of course, at Sheila's and wants fluffy eggs. All of a sudden, Eddie shows back up. That's, of course, Sheila's husband, for those of you that forgot, and goes downstairs. Kev and V are getting it on in their bedroom while members of the Gallagher clan go in and out of the bathroom. Eddie can't afford to live on his own, so that's why he's come back home. He doesn't want Sheila back, he just needs a place to live, so he's going to live downstairs. Karen and Eddie get into it with words. He calls her something to the degree of weird and crazy and that, because her issues with leaving the house. Kev is taking a piss and goes into the shower. No hot water. Fucking Gallagher's, Kev says. Steve shows up at the house, just kind of walks in. Someone is upstairs. It's Debbie. Fiona thought she was at the park. Debbie actually kidnapped a young boy and dressed him up like a girl. Says she did it because she misses Aunt Ginger, or fake Aunt Ginger. Lip and Ian are looking for a new water heater. They're reading the obituaries and they're going to go to the dead people's homes to try to take their water heater. Fiona has V watch Casey. V agrees to it. When she turns around, she says, "Who the fuck are you?" Because she doesn't recognize. She thought it was going to be Liam or something like that. Frank is checking out Karen's behind due to her thong sticking out. I must admit, even though Karen's young, I would be kind of distracted by that. And I know the actress is older on the show, or older in real life, but on the show she plays a chick in high school. Fiona tells Lip and Ian that Debbie stole a baby. Fiona and company have to find a way to get the kid back to his family. Carl calls the police from a payphone telling them he saw the little boy. Sheila is making lots of muffins. Frank says stop when she asks him what she's going to do, and because there's no room. Like muffins are all around the house. So he's like, stop! Fucking crazy woman, you. So Frank goes to piss and cops, and oops, Karen is in the bath and Frank gets to see her boobies. So yeah, he didn't realize she was in there. She pulled the shower curtain back when he got in there, and it's like, oh shit, sorry. And then Karen, of course, has a thing for Frank or something. Maybe it's just trying to piss Eddie off is what she's trying to do. Kev goes to the alibi. He talks to V's mom, Carol, and tells everybody about seeing the boy in the Superman outfit. The water heater Lip and Ian got is missing. All Frank can think about is seeing Karen nude in the bathtub. Eddie shows up and sits right next to him. He asks him if his ass ever stopped hurting. He asks Eddii that, and he says no. Advil will be your best friend. A bunch of women at the alibi are hitting on Kevin, so he tells them that he's getting married. And then Frank's like, "You're getting married? You and V are getting married?" And like tells everybody in the bar. And then they start throwing a party, and Kev has to tell Carol, V's mom, as well. Fiona goes to Sheila's place to get an alibi. She notices that Sheila is playing with Casey's cape, that with Liam. She's playing with his cape, so she forgot to nab that. Debbie takes Casey back to his family. Fiona gets the cape back to Debbie just in time to give to the parents. Tony tells Fiona that Debbie has to go to the station for a statement. Kev goes home wasted. He actually walked home wasted and proposes to V. She, of course, says yes. Debbie does very well with her statement to the police, thanks to Steve, I think. How he told her that when doctors have to put on a front and be stone cold about things and they'll, lie to people, like everything's going to be all right when they don't know if it really will be or not. And then Tony drives them home. He tells her that, he tells Fiona that she missed a really good pot roast. And then Steve got Debbie a doll and a stroller and makes Debbie, that makes Debbie extremely happy since she's, of course, missed Aunt Ginger. Steve tells Fiona that she is really beautiful when they're laying in bed. V tells Fiona that she's getting married and everybody has like a mini party at the Gallagher household. Debbie buys a new water heater for the Gallagher household with the money that she got from the family of Casey Casden. Fiona mentions to Kev that for a guy who just got engaged, he doesn't seem very happy. And Kev says, yeah, that's because I'm already married. And Fiona looks shocked like, what? And that's, of course, what ends the episode. So I actually really like this episode of Shameless. I didn't expect that I won because I know I don't know when this show goes downhill, but I know, especially after Fiona left, but even before then, the show kind of loses its steam. I'm going to give this episode an 8.7 out of 10. My character of the episode for the females is going to be Debbie. Obviously, stealing or kidnapping is not a good thing, but, she thought it was not wrong. And my male character is going to be Kev. Favorite moment of the episode? I would say the Karen bending over with the thong sticking out. Just how Frank was so like, what the fuck? Oh my god. That was pretty hilarious. So if you heard what I have to say, now of course it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider smashing that like button. It does help out the channel. Even 5 more people liking the videos will get it out to more people. Obviously, the goal is to grow the channel. Obviously, I need some help to do so. Share the video with whomever you want. Put this video on any one of your preferred social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are in this episode of Shameless. Who would be your character of the episode, male and female? What would you rate the episode? And if you have a favorite moment or favorite quote, leave that in there too. Don't forget to check out my Shameless series finale rant. It should be over here somewhere, especially if you've watched every episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're already watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.